What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Slam Dangles. Why am I wearing a mask?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
So I found this video, VR Kid talks about getting bullied. I want to react to it. This kid is so relatable. The kid is super cool. Let's check this out.
So I had always felt a little different and stuff. I noticed that when my friends, I always seemed kind of annoying to my friends, a lot, and I could never focus.
All I can really do is agree. Focusing is something that's pretty difficult.
Never really been able to focus. It's gotten to the point of tears, where I try to do my math homework or something, and I just can't. And I've always been able to make in class if I couldn't focus. I've always been very obedient, so the teacher never really looked at me and noticed me for that stuff, because ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. I have ADHD, and a thing that comes with that is bad insomnia.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. It is really difficult to sleep when you have ADHD because your mind just starts going off in a million different directions. In order to go to sleep, your mind has to turn off, but it doesn't turn off because it's going in a million different directions. And for me, it's not even just I'm thinking about my day or I'm thinking about things I got to do tomorrow. My brain will start memeing on me. I'll just be laying there and all of a sudden, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. It's no, McDonald's, I'm not loving it. I'm trying to go to sleep. Or randomly, it'll be all the single ladies. Why? Why are we singing this song at 3 o'clock in the morning? I'm trying to sleep.
I've always had insomnia, and I probably just make it worse by looking at screens and stuff. I have to take sleeping pills. Melatonin.
I did that for a while. I took melatonin. I've tried different sleep aids. They don't really work for me.
So falling asleep's difficult, no matter what. It's not really fun, tuning out and having people think you don't care about what they're saying. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. It's my mind kind of drifts off, but I have to it's really hard to keep track. So I can do it sometimes, but not always.
Sometimes I can focus. Sometimes I'm all over the place.
Yeah. I feel my friends are they think I'm annoying, and then they invite me places out of pity. There was this bonfire thing that I was invited to, and I was really glad that I was invited. We were all sitting around in a big circle, all 30 of us, and we were talking about stuff, and it was my turn to talk about it, right? And as I'm talking, I realize I'm going on for a little bit longer than everyone else.
I like that as the kid's talking, the Kermit starts going like this.
But while I'm talking, some other people, they just start talking across the thing, and I was and then everyone else starts talking, and I was I wasn't done. I was all right, and then I just kind of stopped. Talking to people's scary. I've got one friend that I can talk to about personal issues.
I like that this video is about this kid having ADHD, and whoever recorded it can't stop messing around with the screen. Guy's yeah, blah, 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 blah. All right, let me check my friends list real quick. Do I got any messages? How's Facebook going right now? How many likes did I get on that selfie?
Really nice. But if I were to talk about my other friends, they just say oof or something like that.
Relatable as fuck. I've got maybe 3 friends that I could talk to about anything. The rest, we talk about our hobbies and our interests and stuff like that. But I can't really have conversations with them about personal issues, mental health issues, or anything like that. I can't talk to them about stuff like that. It's just certain people, they don't know how to react to stuff like that. It is what it is.
Well, what the heck?
You're another version of me.
I'm not another version of you. You're another version of me.
That...
Wait,
This guy over here is a little crazy. This kid's funny.
To let my cat out. Yeah, 1 second. I gotta let my cat out.
Are you laughing and his body suspended?
This is why Ready Player One would never work in real. It's not at all how it would be.
I'm back.
Hyper-realistic Ready Player One would have been a masterpiece.
I love that you can see it taking the mask off and everything.
It would have been better than E.T. or Jurassic Park, so we get some generic fantasy thing. Look, take off your headset again. Just show us that animation. It would be psychological thriller. It's like clipping into the bench.
I am like 4'9", 4'10", and that's really bad for a 15-year-old. When I'm walking, you'd probably think of me as like a 10-year-old.
Hey, Slime Dangles, edit this shit out. Ah!
That just went all my masks.
Probably think I was like 10 or 11. And most of my friends now, they don't get asked if they need a kids menu, but I do. I know that's not a big thing, but it just like lets me look into the public perception of me, like when I just go about my daily life.
Get a
You
good
know
deal
that-
on the kids menu. You're saving money.
Give me all your chicken strips.
I had to leave and move to Texas for some family issues, but back then, I've always had long hair. I had really long hair up until like 6 months ago, and when I went into high school, I said they're gonna be really mean to me. The kids were just ruthless. Like everywhere I went, I heard people saying like, "Are you a boy or a girl?"
I actually got that a lot when I was in school too. Like for some reason, people thought I was ambiguous. I look nothing like a girl, you know, and that's before I died and then came back.
Back is this grotesque thing.
Like now, you can't tell what I am. I'm just.
Your miserable existence.
And they'd call me other things that I don't want to say. But I remember when I went home that day, because we were living with my cousins, I just ran to the back shed and I just cried there for a bit. My mom told my uncle about it, and he took me to this place called Whataburger, which is really good. And basically, that while I was there, he basically said it was kind of my fault for.
What? It is not your fault, homeboy. Yo, those kids are pieces of trash for saying shit like that to you. It's not your fault.
That happening, for all those kids saying me mean things, basically saying, you know, if you got a cool haircut, I don't really think that would happen. And, you know, I mean, you do. Yeah, my hair didn't look the best, but I mean, I don't really think it was cool to say that. I still.
No, that was mean as fuck. That shows like no empathy whatsoever. It has nothing to do with the haircut. The kid's right. Like kids in high school are just fucking ruthless. That's all it is.
Love my uncle, but I don't know.
What would you have wanted him to have told you there?
I don't know, that, like, just say that, like, kids are gonna be mean sometimes, and, you know, just, things will get better.
It's true. But you know what's funny, though? Like, real talk, this kid already knows, like, exactly what he wanted to hear, and he already knows the truth. The kids are gonna be really fucking mean, and honestly, their opinions really don't matter. In the end of the day, you're all going to school for the same shit, to get an education, go home, do your homework, and get the hell out of high school so you can actually go live your life. Like, the kid knows what's up. The kids are, you know, the other kids are fucking mean, and they're ruthless. He called it out. They're ruthless. And they're being mean to him for, like, dumb reasons. Like, he's short and has long hair. That's the dumbest shit ever.
Lunch was the worst part, you know, people from across the cafeteria like, hey, are you a guy or a girl? And, you know, stuff like that. And, like, it felt like the entire cafeteria was looking at me.
Maybe you should join a motorcycle gang.
Yes!
You know, I might, you know, get my switchblade out,
because then
cruising for a bruising.
I love that. Get my switchblade. You're cruising for a bruising. Oh, that's awesome. That's so funny. This kid's hilarious. This kid's awesome. This kid's gonna grow up to be an awesome human being. Like, for sure.
You've got a bunch of people who care about your well-being. It's like a band of brothers kind of thing.
Already got one of those.
Talking about us?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this kid is so wholesome.
Is there something behind us?
I don't like motorcycles. My mom's ex-boyfriend died on a motorcycle. I know his dad because my mom still talks to him. He's like sort of like a dad to my mom, and he's sort of like my grandfather, even though he's not.
This kid's got his stuff together for sure. This whole video is so just wholesome.
So you would never buy a Harley?
This one kid in particular, I forget what his name was, but he was a senior. He's like, "What's up, Freshy?" And he wanted to give me a handshake. I didn't know what to do, alright? So he gave me a handshake, and he just like squeezed my hand into oblivion. I legitimately thought my hand was going to break. I could see him actually struggling to squeeze my hand. Like I could see his like face getting red. Like, he was legitimately trying to like break my hand, I think. My hand hurt so bad I almost cried in the hall.
It's like a super villain origin story.
Yo, it really is the truth.
I liked this one girl like for like a couple months, and then later I found out that she liked me for like a week, and I was like, so that's a win in my book. I'm just gonna be happy.
Yes! Yes, little man had a girl that had a crush on him. This kid is winning at life.
That somebody actually liked me once. I'm really self-conscious about my height and my voice, because like this, you know, this does not sound like a 15-year-old's voice.
Danny DeVito's really short and has a strange voice, and he's like a sex symbol. I think you have a legal case against CBS, because I feel like they're using elements of your life story on their hit show Young Sheldon.
Like, I try to be funny sometimes, and I feel like if I'm not funny, then what's the purpose of like knowing me? Like in a lot of my times, my jokes, they're not funny at all. Like my jokes absolutely suck.
Tell us a joke.
Just runs away.
That's called gotcha journalism.
They all laughed and looked at me, and I was just like, I'm not gonna deal with this anymore. I'm not gonna deal with the constant kids at my school being mean to me and everyone in general, you know. Ever since I got there, I wanted to be homeschooled, because we had always kind of thought about homeschool, and then eventually one day we're just like, let's do it. And then I was set on it. And then a week later, no, I don't want to do homeschool. Definitely not. And then a week later, yes, I do want to do homeschool. And it really just went back and forth until one day I'm like, yep, I want to do homeschool. I know my brain's going to say, no, you don't, but I'm just going to stick with this answer because I've rationalized it. And then when my mom called, said to pull me out of school, the principal was like, no, he's not going to do that. We'll talk about it tomorrow. And she's like, he's not going to be there tomorrow. It's his first day.
This kid's like just head and shoulders above the rest. Like, he was really got his shit figured out. He really does. Yeah, like, he's still figuring other things out, like every kid does, but this kid's all right.
I have homeschool. And yeah, I've never heard from that principal again, and I kind of feel bad because he was just a nice principal.
Aren't you worried that you're going to miss out on certain important life experiences from being homeschooled?
That did cross my mind, but VR is a way to escape, like I can be a frog. Kermit was literally my childhood hero. When I was like 6, for 2 hours I got pieces of paper and built a fully functioning Kermit puppet that I loved, and I made 2 more out of cloth. Kermit just reminds me of like me when I was like younger, happier. I don't know, I really like Kermit. I've always liked puppets and stuff like that. And
That's so relatable. I had like little like Godzilla monsters and stuff like that. I used to love Godzilla because like Godzilla didn't take no shit. He would just fuck things up. Like you pissed him off and he's like,
alright, time to stop Tokyo again.
Oh, this kid's awesome.
Younger, I wanted to be a puppeteer. I got an old YouTube channel of me with my puppets. There's a picture of me sitting around with all of my puppets. I don't know, I just really like Kermit. I can make friends in VR, and they might treat me a bit differently based on my voice, but they won't treat me differently based on my height, based on the way I look. It's really, I'd say, the closest form of anonymity that isn't anonymous you could get, like where people still know you. Kids don't know what I look like. For all they know, I am a swashbuckling bachelor. I
don't think anyone thinks that. No one on VRChat is a swashbuckling bachelor.
If you could tell everyone in the world one thing, what would it be?
If somebody hates you, stab them with an asbestos-covered knife and take out their kneecaps.
Okay,
No wonder people don't like him very much.
Oh my god! This kid's a savage! From here forward, I will strive to be just as cool as this kid. So that's the end of the video. I just thought that kid was really, really, really cool, and I really identified with that kid. I mean, as you can tell, I really enjoyed watching that kid and watching that video. The kid's so relatable, you know? Alright guys, well I hope you liked the video. Remember, rate, comment, and subscribe. I got Petscop. I'm still working on the Godzilla thing. This Godzilla creepypasta is really long. Way longer than I realized. So it's taking a little bit to do all the research on it and all that. Alright, I'll catch you all later. Peace.